Have you seen this man? He's alive! Hey guys, Patriot Picker here. My name is Chris and we are down in my eBay bunker and I am alive. Yes, I know many of you have probably been scratching your heads and wondering, where is the Patriot Picker? Why haven't we seen any videos from him lately? You guys know that I was having some issues with this arm, my left shoulder, and you probably were thinking that maybe something to do with health, maybe something to do with, well, who knows what. But I'm here to tell you that I'm completely okay. There has been some shifts in my approach to things when it comes to reselling, and just wanted to update everybody briefly on a few things that might be informational for you as far as wondering, how come I've been out of the loop for a while. Priorities, guys. It all comes down to priorities, and priorities dictate what we have to do in our lives. And this whole issue that's going on right now in our nation and how it's affecting each one of us, each of our families and each of our communities, that's a priority. And you've got to learn how, as many of you know, how you've had to adjust to the changes. But I'd like to start off by just saying some of the priorities that we sometimes have to focus on as resellers. We have to focus on, our vision and our goal for what we're trying to accomplish. And so YouTube is not, for me, a monetary source of income. It is basically, as I've said so many times before, it is a hobby for me to be able to share with you guys that are part of my YouTube family now, just to share with you, what goes on in my life and in the life of my reselling, just to be able to break down and kind of walk you through my step-by-step process of where I'm heading. And priorities also involve finances, as many of you know. And seeing as how YouTube is not a monetary source of income for me, and I do not have a desire for it to become a monetary source of income, my main focus is reselling, because that's where my monetary source of income is coming from, is in listing on eBay and selling on eBay. So the YouTube side of this is kind of, I've kind of backed away from it just a little bit because of the amount of time that it takes to put into putting out a video 2-3 times a week. And for some people, every day, maybe even 2 videos a day. It is not my goal or desire to reach that pinnacle with YouTube. I have obviously shared with you guys, the whole a while back about trying to reach 500 subscribers. We had a contest going. That contest is still going on. I'm still going to be putting videos out. It's just that I'm not going to probably be focused as much on YouTube as much as I was before, because you've got to put your eggs in the basket and put your time and effort, and you've got to learn how to manage that really effectively to be a good business person. So business-wise, we're doing awesome. And let me just say, because I think I've kind of given you the reason behind why some of the videos haven't been popping up as often as they were before. The month of April, guys, was killer. I'm sure that all of you had the same experience. The month of April, sales-wise, was just incredible. We did over 175 items sold for the month of April, and mind blowing. It kept me hopping, and it gave me a good taste of what it's like to be a full-time reseller. Now, I know some full-time resellers that I follow, and you do as well, and they're putting out 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 items a day, and they're doing it on their own. They don't have folks working for them. They're shipping and packing everything, and it blows my mind as to how much work and time that you have to put into something like that if you're by yourself. And so me selling a measly, 10, 12 items a day, and then having to pack it all and get it all ready, and all the, stuff behind the scenes that goes into it, it really opened my eyes to what it would be like if you were to be doing it in a full-time status. And it just, it was incredible. And, I just want to say real quick that everybody out there that follows me knows that I'm real and down to earth, and we were truly blessed. It was God who blessed us for the month of April, showed us, opened our eyes up to see what this could become and where this is going. And I just praise the Lord for it. It's not me, it's all Him that brings about success in your life and blessing. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. And there have been some times, guys, in the month of April where I have been just down, and this with what's going on, the circumstances I'm talking about with the virus and all, and being locked up and quarantined and not being able to source, and I've been able to see the effects that can have on your mood and your emotions and your mental health and such. And it truly is that you have to step back away from all that, and you have to reevaluate your priorities again, and you have to realize, hey, where was I before I started reselling? Where was I when I first started reselling? And where am I today? And that is, again, a slow, steady climb of blessing. And I owe it all to the Lord, and I thank the Lord for it. And of course, my lovely wife, who's behind me, supporting me, and doing her thing. And as you guys know, our two-of-a-kind custom design business has started to take off as well, and we're getting more business with that since we've kind of combined what I'm doing here with that. And so you know now, and you can see how God is kind of taking these and weaving them together and showing us that we can do this, in the future. We can bring this to full-time status. And so with all the busyness of everything going on, that's why I sort of backed away from YouTube, because you realize that's not a priority. You guys are a priority to me, and that's why I'm back today to say that, I'm kind of at a place where I can make another video and explain and update everybody on what's going on. So I want to give you an update on my shoulder. So I had the MRI done, and then had the MRI read, and they set me up for PT. And so this week that I'm making this video it's going to go out today, I started my PT. And the initial, those of you who've had PT before, I had never had it, but those of you who have know that the first visit's usually just an informational session to gather information so the therapist can know what kind of treatment to give you. So I've started that, and exercises are happening and such. And at this point, I'm still suffering pain and having to deal with that, but the exercises are supposed to start the healing process. And so that's where we're at with my shoulder. And I appreciate everybody out there, thoughts and prayers. If you've been thinking about us and me and praying for me, I appreciate that. Second is, in my eBay bunker that you see from the angle that I'm showing you now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the camera real quick and show you a couple of things. Okay, so my entire eBay bunker was reorganized over the past week. Now, looking at these shelves, you guys are not going to be able to tell much that this was organized. But let me just explain a couple of things to you here to tell you what we did. So what we did is we went through every single bin, and you can see I have them A through B6 there, A1 through B6. All of these bins were reorganized, and each one of them now has certain items in them, and then we went through the spreadsheet and sort of kind of broke it down so that we know what's in each bin, and basically kind of put a topic around the bin so we kind of know what we're going to put in and out of those, take in and out of those bins. We did not reorganize much on the puzzles or on the games that you see at the top or anything like that. We just wanted to make sure that we have accounted for everything in our store. Some of the items that you probably are seeing right now have actually sold, and I need to get them and get them packaged up. But anyway, a little bit, I have a whole room here. I'm going to do a 360 for you, okay? So I'm just going to do a 360 and show you kind of what the whole room down here looks like. So here, of course, is my picture taking station. And then over here, you can see I have Leah, my mannequin for dresses. We have a wood stove down here, and this past winter we really didn't even need to use it, but I use this area over here for a lot of storage, as you can see, and such. And then I have that bookshelf. These are my exit doors out of my home onto the patio outside where sometimes I do videos. And then here you see, this is where I actually sit and print and such. And so, you know, you're back over here. That's where I was filming you with you just now. I had the tripod set there, and then you're back to the shelves. So that's a 360. Now here's really what I want to show you guys. I have this entire, see if I can get back here far enough, and forgive me for the way this video is jumping around, but I wanted to show you something here if I can kind of get to it. There we go. So I have that whole open space right there that I love, because it gives me plenty of room to kind of get down on the floor if I need to and look through stuff and lay stuff out. Sometimes I do a lot of frankenboxing, and it's usually there on the floor. This table right here used to be over here in the middle, and I worked out of the middle of the room, but I've moved this over here against the wall. One of the main reasons I'm about to show you. So over the past couple of weeks, I was able to get, as you probably saw from one of my last videos, I finally got this Rollo printer set up and going. And guys, what a difference maker that is in the world of reselling. You talk about cutting down on time, cutting down on some shipping supplies, just really opened up a whole new world to us in regards to our speed in which we can be efficient. So if you don't use a Rollo printer and you're using, you know, some other kind of printer at this time, I totally understand if that's you and you've got to do that. But one of these days, I hope you can get one of these, because it really makes a big difference in the being efficient. This is my work table where I pack everything up, and then I've got a lot of stuff stored that's in my store down below here. Now I'm going to put you back on the table here and flip you around. All right, so one of the things I want to mention to you is the spreadsheet that we use to track our store items and sales and such was put together by my wife, and she did a really good job of coming down and helping me organize everything and get things a little, you know, little better than Patriot Picker does it. And I've been watching some of the other videos of you guys out there that are resellers, and I'm just put to shame when it comes to the way your setups are. I was watching Red Cardinal Treasure the other day, and she was showing us how her whole room is set up and everything, and it's just, I mean, it almost looks like a professional business, shipping business, the way she's got it all decorated up. And you know, I admire you guys. My little setup down here, you guys put me to shame. So thanks for the good work on giving me some ideas on what I need to do in the future to maybe dress my place up a little better. But anyway, so I'm going to conclude this video by sharing with you another thing, a couple of things. One, my wife and I are excited to say that we're getting ready to, you know, the state of Virginia is still closed up as far as retail goes. And so a lot of our sourcing was done at Goodwill thrift stores. And now that they're still closed and we have no idea when they're going to open, there are some other states around us, though, that have opened. And so we're actually planning a trip to go do some sourcing. And you might think that we're crazy, but it's just really an opportunity to get out and do something. We feel like we've been at home for so long, we need to get out, and you know, I've encouraged everybody to try to get outside and do some stuff. But we're going to take a little road trip, and we're going to go down to South Carolina where things are open, and we're going to see if we can find some things to source down there. And we're probably going to do like a little video vlog for you and take you along and do some video footage, and then put all that together when we get back so that we have something that we can show you, and you can kind of see how the whole process went and some of the things that we found, and be able to get back and list those and put those in the store. That's basically it for now. This is basically just a video to kind of get back into the swing of YouTube again, and update everybody, and just let you guys know I am alive. I didn't get the coronavirus or anything crazy like that. Praise the Lord. And I hope each one of you are well in your health. I hope that you all are, I've been watching the creativity behind a lot of resellers that do YouTube, and there's lots of people out there who are doing a lot of different things to try to entertain us during this time, and I appreciate that because it is entertaining. But I'd appreciate everybody's prayers continued, and we are steadily, you know, climbing, as I said earlier, and in our business. And so that's going to be it for now, and we'll keep you guys updated as to what's happening as things progress. So thanks a lot for those of you who have been asking questions and wondering where we're at, and we appreciate our YouTube family, and we look forward to seeing you guys again. So this is Patriot Picker, and I'm signing out, and we will catch everybody again on the flip side.